Hi, I'm Ted Raddick with the Courier Sports Department, and welcome to football 2018 season and week one of Chalk Talk. I'm here with Dave Hahneman, and we have a newcomer this year, Brandon Schreider. We also have a sponsor this year for
Yes.
our Chalk Talk videos, Rhodes State College. Make sure and visit their website at rhodesstate.edu. Let's talk about Findlay High School, Dave. On the road for week one, they go to Hilliard Bradley.
Right. It's a huge test coming right out of the gates. I mean, Hilliard Bradley, it's a new school. It's only been around 10, 11 years, but they are already one of the premier schools down in that area. Went 11-1 last year, didn't lose to the second round of the playoffs. Very deep roster, a number of Division I recruits on there. Not necessarily the Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama recruits, but some very good ones. The test for Findlay, they graduated an awful lot of offensive guys, 4 new starters on the offensive line, but they have Tanner Rickleback at quarterback, and I think he's going to be their key. Passing the ball, running the ball, and just with his smarts. I mean, the kid's got experience as a 2-year starter. Defensively, the thing I like about their defense this year is they're not real big, but they're small and quick. And over the years, the Findlay defenses that have actually done the best are smaller, quicker teams that get to the ball because they're playing some really talented kids. I mean, you're not going to go helmet to helmet with a lot of these teams. So you've got to have a little speed, a little quickness, get to the ball, tackle well. And as Coach Ritzler said, they've got a lot of linebacker-type players this year. I think that'll be to their advantage.
All right, Brandon, we got a couple good ones on tap this week, starting with Van Buren and Cary. That's going to be at Van Buren.
All right, between Cary and Van Buren, obviously Cary made the postseason last year. Van Buren narrowly missed. Whoever wins that game, it's going to have big playoff implications. I know Cary actually lost their quarterback while Van Buren brings in a quarterback from North Baltimore, Brady Rader. I think he threw something like 30 touchdowns last year. That should be a pretty good upgrade for them. I would expect it to be a pretty close game in that first week. And then I know we got a second game, Riverdale Arlington as well. Should be a pretty good game. I was out at Riverdale during the spring. They obviously bring their quarterback back. They lose a workhorse running back in Aiden Loveridge, but Alec Loveridge at quarterback. He's a senior now. This is going to be, by the time the season's over, it'll be about 2.5 years as a starter. So their offense shouldn't be the issue. It's whether or not their defense can start to get the stops that they've kind of needed to get the last couple years. And Arlington, I think 5-3 in the BVC last year. They were kind of that notch below the top tier, but should be a pretty good. I know they're rivals. It's not a conference game as far as the conference schedule, but it should be a pretty big rivalry game in that first week.
It's good to see those two schools rebuild the rivalry.
Yes,
and
it
again, I'll point out that's a non-conference game.
Yes, it is.
Lipsick and North Baltimore are playing in week one. That's a non-conference game. Meanwhile, I will be at Clymer Stadium on Friday night as Pandora Gilboa visits Columbus Grove in their annual Route 12 rivalry. Rivalry. I can't pronounce that word, but Pandora's got a lot back from a team that went 10-3 last year and made the regional finals. Grove is much improved, and I'm looking forward to a great game.
Grove's got a good young quarterback coming up, I believe.
They do. He's a sophomore, Blake Reynolds, and Pandora has one of the best in the area in Jared Brees, so should be a good battle. So that will wrap it up for us for week one. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Rhodes State College, rhodesstate.edu, and we will see you next week.